Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the Broods. This time it is just me and and this time we're going to be filming or we're recording a video and we're doing our F1 predictions. I love the intros. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to read off 20th to 1st, where we think the drivers are going to end up at the end of the championship. In a championship, a championship that we think is going to be very interesting, very exciting. So yeah, let's get right into it. Number 20, who do you think is going to finish?
I said Jack do it because he's gonna lose the seat in like the first 5 races. 0 points. He's losing it to Colton, so he says there's not much pressure, but there's a lot of pressure.
No, that's a pressure. A lot of people could do it, but I've actually done something different. 20th, I've gone with Isaac Hadjar because I just feel like the V-Carb car is probably going to be one of the slower ones, and Isaac is just like, he's still like F2 last year. He tends to crumble a lot under pressure, and he's kind of just been thrown into the seat now that Liam Lawson is in Red Bull, so it's just a bit too much pressure for him, and I think he'll score like maybe 1 point if he's lucky, but I just think he's not gonna do well. 19th, what do you want for?
I put Isaac Hadjar 19th because I just feel like this car is gonna be better than like, it's just gonna be good for him to score at least 1 point.
So you think he was gonna score 0 and Isaac will score 1?
Yeah.
You know what? That is fair. And I've gone for the complete opposite. 19th, I've gone for Jack Doohan. I feel like people have been a little bit too harsh on him. I feel like people haven't really seen too much of him and gone, yeah, he's going to be gone in 7 races. But I feel like Alpine, they put him in that seat because they have a bit of faith in him. So I think he'll have a little bit longer than 7 races to prove himself. He might have half the season before he gets like replaced by Kolopin, so if he doesn't do too well. And I think he might pick up a couple of points. So 19th, I feel like he's going to be Jack Doohan. I have a lot of faith in my Aussie brother.
Is he Aussie?
Yeah. Number 18.
I put Oliver Behrman because might be a cutie, but he's inexperienced, and I don't know, the Haas I don't think it's gonna produce a good enough car. So like, I feel like he's like a bad car and an inexperienced driver is not a good combination. So
we might be on the same wavelength here because I've gone for Oliver Behrman 18 for quite literally the exact same reason.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, he might be a cutie, but like I don't think he'll have the car underneath it. I think he's a good driver, no doubt. He's one of the better like junior drivers, and he's a Ferrari Academy driver. He's got a future in Ferrari once Lewis leaves. I think that's what Ferrari are hoping to bring him up in a couple of years, but just don't think. I mean, I feel like the Haas will be competitive in midfield, but there are a lot of other drivers who I think will be able to pounce on the opportunity compared to all 17.
I put Nico Hülkenberg because I feel like this is the last year that is like, last year was the peak, and I feel like he's gonna kind of drop off now that he's older, and the kick isn't gonna be a good car. So yeah, I put Nico Hülkenberg.
My number 16, 17. My number 17, gone with Big Man Lance Stroll. I think the Aston Martin has gone down so badly since 2023. They went from like challenging Ferrari and Mercedes to now struggling to even keep the car on track. Like Fernando's been struggling a lot for half the season last year, and just drive the car. He's been complaining about the car a lot. I feel like it's only going to get worse, and they're just looking towards 2026 with Adrian Newey coming in, and with Lance Stroll, everyone knows that he's not exactly the best driver. We all know why he's still in the seat. So yeah, I think 17th is probably where he's going to sit. I feel like he'll pick up some decent points. He has a knack of just getting like a couple of points, having a good race here and there, but overall he's not exactly the best driver. So number 16.
I put the boy Lance Stroll. Yeah. just one spot ahead of Hülkenberg because, well, I mean, long
Which
stroke.
is good.
Yeah, he'll have like one lucky race, and then
Yeah, just pick up a couple of points. But
yeah.
Now my number 16 hurts me to say this. I really wanted to reorder it, but I have to be realistic. I want to like get my prediction right. I'm going with Bortoletto at number 16. Like, I mean, he's a rookie, and I have a lot of faith in him to perform in the coming years. Alright, he's him alongside Leclerc, Piastri, and Russell, the only drivers to ever win F3 and F2 in their rookie years. So like, it says a lot, and I think he has a really bright future ahead of him in Formula One. But he's literally jumping into the worst car, the worst car of last year. So I feel like he will have some good performances, but it's just he'll definitely finish above like Hadjar doing, and I feel like he'll go into with Behrman a lot. But I just don't see him scoring a lot of points purely because of the car. Right, number 15.
15, I put Bortoletto. Yeah, basically the exact same reason. Bad car, but I just feel like based on pure talent, he's gonna get some points, and I put him above his teammate because I just feel like Hulkenberg's gonna fall off a little bit.
Yeah,
And Bortoletto's gonna be the main man in kick.
That's real though. You will be Hulkenberg in 15th for me. So I've gone Hulkenberg because I just feel like in a head-to-head, I feel like this is going to be really close. I would really want to switch it around Bortoletto and Hulkenberg, but I feel like it's going to be really close, and it's just going to lean on Hulkenberg's side just because of the experience that he has. I feel like at the start of the season, we'll see Hulkenberg pick up majority of the points, whatever points they get in the first half of the season, and then second half was when Bortoletto will start to settle in, and he'll start to show his real talent, and he'll start picking up points. I think Hulkenberg would just legit here. Number 14.
I put the man Esteban Ocon. Well, because he's basically like the end of the middle. What's it called?
The table.
Yeah,
He's
at the end of the midfield. So yeah, that's where I put him.
I've got the exact same thing. I've got Ocon in 14. Because it's just he has his moments. He has good moments, but he also has some really bad moments. And I feel like in a head-to-head with Batman, he'll definitely come out on top. I don't think anyone's really doubting that. And he's got a fresh start in Haas, so I feel like it's going to be good for him, and he's going to be motivated to try and prove himself, prove to Alpine especially that they kicked out the wrong French driver. So I feel like he'll definitely pick up some decent points, but like I said, like you said before, I don't think the Haas will be as competitive as they were last season. So Ocon number 14, Ocon both of us. 13.
I put Yuki Tsunoda at 14th because I don't know. I feel like he might switch teams like towards the end of the season if Lawson's not cooking. But I don't know. I just feel like the V Carb isn't gonna do too well.
But if you switch his team, surely you'll get like more points in Red Bull.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of talent on the grid, so I just feel like Tsunoda should be where he is.
Well, my number 13, it pains me to put him here, but I've gone with Alex Albon. He's one of my favorite drivers on the grid, but I've gone with him here because he has a tendency to crumble under pressure when he's put under serious pressure from his teammate. We saw when he was in the Red Bull Verstappen, he went like 20 and 0 in qualifying, or like 0 for 20 in qualifying, lost out to Max every time. And then in Williams, didn't really have a competitive teammate Logan for like 1.5 years. As soon as Colapinto came into the seat and we started pushing him, and we started to see a lot more crashes in Alex. You can see, like, if you look at the stats for crashes and damages, Alex was one of the top 5 or something. Still a very good driver, but I think with Carlos now in the team, it's going to be put a lot more pressure on Alex to try and deliver. And I feel there will be like a couple of races where he will definitely fall under that pressure. But I do hope that he will perform better than what I think of him right now. Number 12.
I put Alex Albon because I just feel like he's a better driver than Tsunoda, and I feel like the Williams is gonna be a better car than the V Carb, so I feel like he can push for like top 7 finishes, but he can also push for like not points. So you know, it's he's pretty inconsistent, but
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Well, my number 12, again, I'm literally going for the opposite with you. I'm going with Yuki at number 12. I feel like, yeah, Yuki and Alvin is going to be actually a pretty underrated like matchup. But, yeah, pretty much the same as what you said. Yuki, I think, got a lot of talent, and who knows, he might get the Red Bull seat halfway through the season. But to me, it seems unlikely. I feel like they have a lot of faith in Lawson to put in that seat after only, like 8 races. So, yeah, I feel like Yuki will be staying in here for a whole season. Probably end up leaving at the end of the season, Aston Martin. But yeah, on Yuki 12. Alright, number 11. Almost halfway.
I put Fernando Alonso. Well, basically because he's like, is that the exact same shit? I feel like it's I mean he's a good driver. Like give him a flipping McLaren and he's gonna perform really well. But he's got an Aston Martin, so like he's basically driving a truck around, and yeah.
Yeah, this is here with me. I feel like Alonso is like easily among the top 6 drivers on the grid right now. Yeah, but it's just the car that's letting him down right now. And you know, I think there were reports saying that he might retire at the end of the 2026 season. So everyone's kind of just holding out for 2026, hoping Aston Martin is a competitive car. But right now, I don't think even Aston Martin don't even have that hope.
Yeah.
Alright, moving to the top 10. Who have we got?
Starting at 10, we're gonna have the youngest man on the grid, Kimi Antonelli. Is that the same as you?
He's got the same as me. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean he's below Lawson and everyone else because I just don't think he's gonna perform well. He's gonna, like, the amount of pressure that's gonna be put on him at such a young age. I don't think he's gonna amount to that. He's not Max, and yeah, I mean he's gonna have a good car, so that's why he's gonna get top 10.
You definitely get points, but yeah, I feel like when we get to the top ones, that's when we'll sort of like have different rankings. But for me, I've gone to Kimi 10 because like there's a lot of hype for him, and he's been put in a Mercedes like straight away. I think the last time someone got put in a really good car, their first season was Lewis Hamilton. So comparing him to Lewis straight up is it's a bit crazy to me. And yeah, Kimi, we saw in Monza in the one practice session he had, he crashed it. So yeah, I feel like we're going to be seeing quite a bit of that in the season. But he'll definitely pick up some points. He definitely has more pace than him, but he is prone to mistakes. Like you saw it, those of you who watch F2, you will see like he was prone to quite a number of mistakes when leading at the front. So yeah, that's where I'm sitting with him, or where we're sitting with him. Right, number 9.
Number
so
9.
This is gonna be the same.
I put another rookie, Liam Lawson.
Okay,
well, I put Liam Lawson because the Red Bull's gonna do well. I think he's a better driver than Antonelli. He's gonna be a better driver than Antonelli this season. He's gonna put better performances, and yeah, I just feel like he's gonna do better than him. I mean, what else can I say?
Well, number 9, I've gone with Carlos Sainz. I feel like he's definitely gonna outperform that car, the Williams. I feel like the Williams will be one of the more competitive midfield cars, but and Sainz will definitely make the most of it. I feel like Sainz is, I'm gonna anger a lot of Carlos fans here. I feel like he's the perfect embodiment of like a top midfield driver, but not exactly like a top tier driver. You know, he doesn't really have that kind of like Max or Lewis kind of winning mentality. Okay, but yeah, I feel like Sainz will definitely pick up a good number of points. I feel like he'll be way more consistent than Kimi will. So I feel like Kimi will get higher on the grid, like a high grid slot. Like he'll probably finish like 4th as a Sainz, or maybe a podium if he's like really lucky. But I feel like Sainz will just be more consistent in like the 7th, 8th finishes. And yeah, I think 9th place is a pretty decent spot. Yeah, number 8.
I put Pierre Gasly at number 8 because, I mean, the Alpine's going to be one of the best midfield cars, but it doesn't really get you that far when you're competing with, like, how many other teams? 4 other teams?
Yeah,
that's like
4 other teams.
That's like 2 tiers above the best midfield car. So So yeah, I feel like 8th is where Gasly should be. And he's a really talented driver, so he's gonna outperform people with better cars like Lawson and Antonelli. So yeah, I feel like we should be above them.
Yeah, I think Gasly, we saw towards the end of last season just how good he can be, like when he actually has a somewhat competitive car. But also on the other end, we saw at the start of last season how stinky he was. He had a tractor, but he was qualifying 20th, so that wasn't too great for him. But all that aside, yeah, I had it. So yeah. But all that aside, I do think he is also one of my favorite drivers. I do think he will do a lot better than like any of his other midfield counterparts. And 8th place, yeah, pretty much the same reasoning as you. Alright, top 7. Now let's rate it.
Alright, 7. I put Carlos Sainz because
you put him any higher.
yeah, no, I'm not putting him top 6. I put Carlos Sainz because I feel like he's a good driver. Like, I know he might not be fit for like the top 6 teams, but yeah, like he said, he's probably fit to be like the best driver in a high midfield team. So Sainz will be consistent. He might get a podium finish. He'll get top 5 finishes for sure. And so yeah, I'll put him 6.
Okay. You mean 7?
Oh, 7. Yeah.
My number 7, I've gone with Liam Lawson. I feel like people are really like hating on Liam Lawson when like he's shown in a midfield car that he can perform. But now that he's in a Red Bull next to Max, people are kind of saying like, well, like you're destined to be dropped or something. Like I feel like we should give him more hope.
Yeah,
have a little bit of faith in him. Same with Jack. I feel like you gotta have a little bit of faith.
Okay, maybe he can go, but not Wilson.
Yeah, maybe for Paul Aaron, not Collins. But yeah, I feel like Lawson. I'm going to make a very bold prediction here. I think Lawson will pick up like a number of podium places. I feel like a couple of 3rd places.
The number is crazy.
Because I genuinely do think Lawson has the ability to get up there. I feel like the Red Bull, well, won't be as competitive as like 2023 when it was literally the most competitive car. But I think Lawson, I have a lot of faith in him. That's what I'm going to say. It's one of my bold predictions, but I do have a lot of faith in him.
Alright, starting off at 6, this might not go too well with some people in this room, so I'm gonna say George Russell. George Russell rounds up at 6 because he's a great driver, but not good enough. Not good enough, not better than the other 5 I have.
You want to say something, Adira? Well, my number 6, this is also not going to sit very well, but not for people in this room, just fans in general. I've gone with Lewis Hamilton. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding him getting his 8th World Championship, but before you do that, you've got to be a teammate first. And come on, right now, he is not better than his teammate. I think we can all agree on that. You have to agree on that.
Yeah, no, he's probably not better.
Yeah, so I feel like Lewis, he'll 100% get a couple of race wins. Alright, I don't doubt that. I feel like the top 6 is going to be a very close battle, like probably within like 150 points by the end of the season. But yeah, someone has to be in that number 6, and I think it's going to be Lewis Hamilton this time. Alright, and going into the top 5, this way is really interesting.
At number 5, we are going with Oscar Piastri because he's a future drivers championship driver, but like the quality he's gonna face with the top 6 is crazy. He's probably, well, in my opinion, he's probably top 3 in like racecraft, going against other drivers, but his quality's isn't really good. I don't know. It's just his 1 lap speed isn't too good for now, but hey, who knows next year, man?
Well, for me, I've gone for the same. I've gone Oscar Piastri in 5th. But it's just like, now that he's entering his 3rd year, he's going to have a lot more experience now, and he's definitely going to be able to compete a little more if he can improve his qualifying, be able to go head to head with Lando a little bit more. But I think the one thing that's, or like two things that's going to set him apart from Lando and the rest is like, firstly, is I do think Lando is like quicker over like a race, you know, and one lap. So he'll definitely drop points, and because of that, I feel like the team will prioritize Lando more if it comes down to it. So we probably expect Oscar to like finish in places behind Lando more often than he finishes above him, because of that reason. So, but I do think he definitely deserves to be among the top 3 drivers in the coming years. But unfortunately, he's number 5 for now.
Alright. Number 4, I've gone with the other McLaren teammate, Lando Norris.
Damn.
With his what's his car number 4. Yeah, that was ironic, but yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. I put him number 4 because, I mean, like he's a great driver. I love that guy. It's my favorite driver on the grid. But this year's not his year. It's another.
Yeah, that's
other
pretty
people's year.
cool.
Yeah.
I was.
Don't worry, next year's his year.
I was very like between 5 and 3. I was very like up and down. You know, I was really thinking about who to put where. But number 4, I've gone with George Russell. I feel like the Mercedes is going to be more competitive than it was last year. I feel like they've done. Damn. I feel like the Mercedes would have learned their lesson from the last 2 years. Hopefully, as they go into 2026. But
Lesson about what?
like the car, you know.
Oh,
like the car definitely has not been competitive, and you know, especially towards the end of the season with a more competitive car, we saw George Russell maximizing it to like the best of his abilities, and we could see especially in the build up to like the Qatar Grand Prix, like he has the mentality to like he won't back up. What are you doing, man? He's just talking behind the camera. Yeah, I think George Russell has the mentality of a world champion, and like he's not going to back down to someone like Max or Charles or anything like that. He would definitely go wheel to wheel. So
it's just his quality that he lacks.
Damn.
No.
That was personal.
Well, okay, wait, do I just say like the top 3?
Yeah, so the top 3, we're going to list them in order 1 to 3, and you can go first.
Okay. Wait,
no, actually go backwards, go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Okay. At third, okay, I'll say 3, 2, 1, and then I'll say my reason.
Yeah.
Okay, third, I'm putting Charles Leclerc first. Second, I'm putting Max Verstappen second, and first, I'm putting Lewis Hamilton with his 8th world title. I'm saying it right now, he's gonna win. I'm looking you dead ass in the camera, bro. He's gonna win. He's gonna go all out. This is my reasoning. He's gonna win because last year he was just cruising. He didn't even care about the results. He was just like, oh, let me just gain some aura here and there, and then don't worry, next year I'll be back. And this year is gonna be his year. He's gonna go out in a blaze of glory. Leclerc is gonna be like, here you go, I'll help you win this drivers championship, and then we can win the constructors together. Yeah, me and you. And then Lewis retires in a blaze of glory, and Charles Leclerc is gonna, I don't know, he's probably gonna lose out to Norris in the next few years. but Lewis is gonna win his 8th. I'm putting Max above Leclerc because, I mean, I think we all know Max is on like 5 tiers above everyone else. Yeah, he's just a crazy man. But yeah, Lewis is gonna lock in.
Yeah,
I trust in the black man. Always trust in the black man.
Damn. Well, you know, I respect the non-biased approach. You know, especially putting Lando at 4th. That was definitely very unexpected. I thought he was going to be 4th for you. Well, I've also gone for a very non-biased approach. My top 3. Third, I've gone with Lando. Second, Max. And first, Charles Leclerc.
That's the most.
Going in with a non-biased
That's the
approach.
most biased approach you can ever think of.
Here we are. Now let me explain. Charles Leclerc in that Ferrari last year we saw just how consistent he was. If he didn't, okay, he was very consistent the entire season, but had one dry spell for 4 races where he was just like, I don't know whether it was him or it was the car, but just something was going wrong there. And that's the only reason why he finished below Lando in the championship. He was the most consistent driver across the entire season last year. Alright? Building onto that, now with Lewis Hamilton in there, he's going to have so much extra motivation to try and prove himself. And that Ferrari going to be Constructors' champions as well, you already know.
And flip the camera straight in your face, bro.
But yeah, I think Charles, I have faith in him. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to go wheel to wheel with Max. And I think the title is going to go right down to the last race.
Okay.
You know what I'm going to say? Alright, I'm going to include Lando in this as well. I think the top 3 drivers are going to go right down to the wire in the last race.
Lando?
Yeah, I feel like Lando's, you know, as much as I don't really like the guy, I feel like he's gonna, he does have a lot of raw pace in him, like over.
He just needs to get his mental. Don't worry. In the next 5 years, it's 5 drivers championships.
Bro, did you say he's not gonna win this one?
No. The next after.
Okay, well, yeah, I've gone Charles first. I've gone Max second because you know even in a struggling Red Bull over half last season, he still outperformed the car, still getting results, and he will still get results. I think Max and Charles are on a different level, no bias at all. And then Lando third, I feel like that's fair for him, especially after last season. You know, had a very good season by his standards. And then, yeah, that's my ranking. And you've had your ranking. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Coca, tell us who you think's ranking's better.
None.
And who do you think is going to be world champion? So one right answer.
No comment.
Okay, thanks for watching.